What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Daniel's Sports Ledger, sports betting tips and picks for sports bettors. Uh, Christmas Eve special. I've got a lot of good information for you guys today. I am going to give out another computer pick at the end of this, so stay around. I got a lot of things to tackle in this episode, a lot of things on my mind, a lot of things to talk about. Also, I am going to have Clutch Sports here probably next week, or I don't know. I wanted to wait till after the holidays to get him on. And also, remember, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Once I get 100, I'm going to give out a week free of top plays on my social medias every day for a week. I'm going to give out a top play. So help me get to 100 subscribers, please. I got a couple talking points here today. And again, I will give out a pick at the end. So as you guys know, I don't really script these. I don't have to because I have knowledge. What I'm trying to say is I would have to script these if I had to do research and information and read something off and do all that. I have so much knowledge in my head that I can just get on here and talk about any subject I want to talk about. You can look at my little list here. It's got like nothing on it. It's just talking points. So there's a few things I want to talk about. I guess I'll go backwards on this. One of the things I talked about a while ago, I probably worded it wrong. I said I gave out a poll, and I said, how many sharps do you think there are in the world? And the answer to the poll was less than 100. Now, what I really probably should have said is how many actual handicappers are in the world. Because, and I'm going to talk, somebody asked me to talk about lines and reading lines and all that today, so I'm going to talk about that. But reading lines is about reading people like me, actual handicappers. I'm one of the actual few handicappers in the entire world that can actually create my own line without looking at anything Vegas does. Just create my own line and then compare it to Vegas and then go off of information at that point. That's a true handicapper. A true handicapper is someone that can actually do what Vegas does. They can actually create lines, and they can actually beat Vegas at their own game. And then sharps are typically, most sharps are line readers. And so somebody asked me to talk about reading lines and how you read lines. Before I get into that, let me just tell you something. Okay, I know how everything is done in Las Vegas, in handicappers. By the way, you see my little Santa bill. Anyways, I know how everything's done. I have the knowledge to know everything. Okay, just like a coach, right? A coach knows how everything is done on the field. Is he an expert in teaching a safety what to do? Is he an expert in teaching the center what to do? Probably not, but he knows how to teach a center. He knows how to teach a safety. He knows how those things work, okay? But he's not an expert in every little thing. Same with me. I understand how everyone does everything when it comes to sports betting. I'm not an expert in every little thing when it comes to sports betting. I'm a handicapper. That's what I do. So my brother, when he coaches soccer, he's a very good soccer coach. He always starts out the year telling people this. He says, some of you have 7 years of soccer experience, and some of you have 1 year of soccer experience 7 times. In other words, they've been taught the same thing 7 years in a row. Some of them have been with coaches who taught them line upon line, precept upon precept. Just like a house, okay? I can take the bricks of a house and I can line them all up in a line, and I can just make one long line of bricks. But I didn't build a house. Someone else took that same amount of bricks and they put the bricks on top of each other, and they built them on top of each other, and they created a house, okay? One person just meaningless, like, They both did the same thing. They both laid out the same amount of bricks. One of them built a house. The other one just made a brick of lines. So Um, the point being is when it comes to sports betting, you have to take something and you have to learn that one thing, build on it over time, which is something that I have done. So when it comes to and in that, um, my brother actually, that's kind of funny. My brother's actually a commercial contractor. He builds houses and anything. He can build anything. That doesn't mean he can do plumbing. He can do electrical work. He can do everything when it comes to building a house from the ground up. He can do absolutely everything. He's not an expert in everything though, but he does know how to do everything. That's the point I'm trying to make. I do know how to do everything when it comes to sports betting. I don't do everything. I'm not an expert in everything. So when it comes to line reading, what line readers do is they read my lines. They read experts like me. They read actual handicappers' lines. Um, and then what they do, people like me, we talk to Vegas. They give us lines early, a lot of the times. We get to bet those lines. Vegas puts out the line. Sometimes we have to bet the line right after Vegas puts it out. But the point is we bet the lines first. Then what happens is as soon as someone like me bets the line, that's when a sharp reads the line. They see the movement that we made to the line, and then they jump on that before others can. So that's what a line reader is. He tries to find people like me that have moved the line, Vegas's line, and then he jumps on that before everyone else follows along. So he sees a line go from 9.5 to 10. He goes, boom, I'm going to jump on -10 before it gets up to -12 or whatever else. So that's the idea of line reading. That's what people do. If you want to know someone who I don't necessarily know the guy, so I can't necessarily vouch for him, but from what I've seen, this person is a very expert line reader. If you want to follow him on Twitter, his name is @Spanky. Yes, Spanky. You can follow him on Twitter. You can talk to him. He can probably teach you more about line reading. He does that. That's what he does, or at least that's what he claims to do. He seems to be pretty legit. I can't necessarily vouch for him because I don't know the guy in person. But seeing the different types of people he knows and the kind of connections he has, I would tend to believe that the guy really does actually know what he's talking about. So if you're interested in line reading, maybe check out Spanky on Twitter. He doesn't even know I'm mentioning this. I don't even know the guy. But just, from my observations, I think that might be a good person you could talk to. I don't do line reading. My point about the house, the bricks of the house, is that lost my train of thought for a second. I'm sorry. The point of the bricks of the house analogy that I was giving is the fact that line reading is not one of my best. Okay, forget it. I totally messed that up. I totally lost my train of thought. I had it in my head, and now I don't. Like I said, I don't script these things. But the point being is, I'm not an expert line reader. I do know how it works. If I put my time and effort into it, I could learn how to line read, but I don't need to because that's not what I do. Line readers read me. I don't read them. And so, like I said, check out Spanky on Twitter if you're really interested in it. I think that guy knows what he's talking about, so check him out. A couple things I just want to talk about in the NFL. Russell Wilson, man, this dude has declined, man. I have friends. I have other handicapper friends that I talk to all over the world, and a lot of them disagree with me on this. So take it for what you want. But I was right about Jalen Hurts. You will see I am right about Tua. But Russell Wilson, I think he's on the down. I think he's on the decline. I'm just not seeing it out of him. I think he has an okay offensive line. He's got great receivers. He looks bad, man. I'm not saying he's done or he's finished or anything like that. Let's see. I do have some comments here. Hi, I lost all my money today. Can't get my kids gifts now. Why aren't you answering the chat? Clearly didn't read the line today. You gave out, like I said, I don't read lines. Um, you bet 100 or less a game. That doesn't move a line. I don't bet 100 or less a game. Um, yeah, I was wrong about Houston today. So was Vegas. Vegas had them at -9.5 too. Like I was wrong. I read that wrong. I apologize. I'm sorry you lost your money. One game doesn't say anything about somebody. I had a guy the other day, which is funny to me. I had a guy the other day. He's like, if you're as good as you say, just give me a pick. So you're supposed to judge me on one play and know if I'm legit or not. What kind of nonsense is that? Honestly, I didn't even respond to the guy. Look, I'm really sorry that game didn't go the way you wanted. Hit me up. Um, our gaming, hit me up. I will give you a few free plays. I will make up for it. I apologize. If you haven't bought your kids gifts already, I think you're making that up because why wouldn't you have bought your kids gifts already? And why did you bet your money to that doesn't even make any sense. Why wouldn't you have at least asked me, you know, how confident I was on the game or something like that if you were going to risk it to buy your kids gifts or something? That doesn't make any sense. Um, that's just honestly, I don't understand it. But you were so far off. Sure I was. Vegas was too. How much do I drop to move a line? That's a very good question. It I can change the line with a lot less because Vegas knows me. Okay, I worked with Nick Bogdanovich of William Hill, so they know me. Vegas knows me very well. Um, I can move a line with almost no money if I wanted to, but typically I move lines with 40, 50,000. Um, I'm the type of guy that likes to. It all depends because in the NFL, I like to bet the line as early as I possibly can. Sometimes they call me and let me bet it before the public. That's awesome. I do that whenever I can. Other sports, there are some sports I like to bet the line at the last minute. So it all depends. Like I said, I'm not a handicapper in every single sport, but I am a handicapper in a few of them. Um, okay. Obviously, I have a critic in the comments. That's fine. I understand. I'll deal with him in the private chat later. Feel free to talk to me later in the private chat. Um, Again, I'm sorry you lost on that game. I apologize. Uh, Back to where I was at. Russell Wilson, I believe he's on the decline. Uh, he uh, he just he's not showing me what he's shown to me in the past. Okay, I appreciate that. I understand you're not a hater. Look, I have no problem with having a longer discussion with you, and I am doing a show though, so um, it's kind of hard for me to answer all your questions. But guys, feel free to hit me up. I will definitely have conversations with you in private. I have no problems with that. Um, so I'm just going to kind of finish this pretty quickly because it is Christmas Eve, and any discussions I have here, I'll try to talk about them in my next video. I'm sure I have a few guys here that are probably going to message me, talk to me, and anything that comes out of that, I would love to discuss more in my next video. And I will do that. I'm a man of my word. So I'm gonna give you all my again. This is not my prediction. This is strictly off of what my computer thinks. I always give out my computer's line that is furthest from Las Vegas for free. Doesn't mean this is the game I'm betting on. Doesn't mean it's the game I think is the best game to bet on this week. It is the game that my computer likes the most, simply put. Again, you can get 4 weeks of my NFL lines for $25 on my website. And you will see that that I consistently beat Las Vegas's lines, and that's a steal. $25 for 4 weeks. That's ridiculous. And obviously that goes into the playoffs. So I mean, that's ridiculous. So the one I have the most off, again, I've probably underrated this team a little bit, but I haven't underrated them this much. I like Las Vegas plus the 3 against Miami this week. So that's the one that my computer likes the most is Las Vegas plus 3. And let's see. Let me just look at these comments one more time, and then I'm going to shut it down. I make my own computer. Packers for the Super Bowl. Hey, you know what? I'll tell you what. I also like the Packers for the Super Bowl. Also, you can get. I would not do this if I was not confident in this. You can get who I believe is going to win the Super Bowl for $10 from me. I think it's totally worthwhile. And I don't sell Super Bowl picks unless I have extreme confidence in it, and I have extreme confidence in who I believe is going to win the Super Bowl this year. Give us a pick on each game tomorrow. NBA hot takes. I don't have those available right now. I do most of my handicapping in the morning. But Repullet Gaming. I'm sorry, I don't know how to say that. I will tell you this. Watch my NBA show here on YouTube. And my NBA preview show, I have my NBA expert on there with me. And check that out. And I give out free over-unders for the entire season. There's a lot of information in that show. You might really enjoy it. So thank you guys for everything. Thank you for the comments. I appreciate you. It's all good. Like, I don't mind the hater. I know you're not a hater. I don't mind the criticism, and you know what? I deserve the criticism on that play, so I'm very sorry. I'd love to talk more to you in private, and then also just, share some of that on my next video, talk about whatever. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you guys watching or following. It means a lot to me. Thank you, Ted. I appreciate so much of you guys. Please subscribe. I am going to give out a week free of picks once I get to 100 followers. Tell your friends to subscribe to YouTube. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Christmas. And I love you all. And Merry Christmas. And as always, guys, let's make some money. Let's have some fun doing it.